Good evening, dear friends. Hello, Ike. First to say hello in the chat. Nice to see you here. We're going to be drawing Franz Kafka today, shared by Lucas, in the Discord server. We have a Discord server where I share daily reference and people share their sketches. I would love you to share your sketches there too. And there's also a reference sharing chat. And initially the intention was for people to share pictures of themselves, and people have been doing that, to draw each other from. And then Lucas decided to share Franz Kafka. And you are here. Hello. So cool. Lucas, Adam, hello. Everyone who's here, we're a cozy little group today, but I'd love you to say hello in the chat. And yeah, we're working with shadow shapes this month, and this is a very cool photo to be working from. Hello, Kiki. I would love you, Lucas, and anyone else to tell me things about Franz Kafka, and we shall draw. I'm going to keep this one to 10 minutes. Hey, Tommy. And yeah, it's going to be a 10-minute portrait of Franz Kafka. So let's do it. How is everyone doing? How is your day? I have had the tiredest day in a very long time. I've just felt like tired all day, and I don't know why. Perhaps I will wake up tomorrow and be a cockroach. Who knows? Let's draw. 10 minutes. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Lewis. Buenas noches. 10 minutes. Franz Kafka, shadow shapes. So yeah, people in the chat, please, dear friends, tell me things about Kafka. Because I realize there are some things I feel like I know who Kafka is, but I don't. I've been to Prague, and I remember seeing a sculpture of his face, and maybe there's like a Franz Kafka Platz or something. And I know of the Metamorphosis, and I know of the term Kafkaesque, and then I was thinking, what do I actually know about Franz Kafka? And I just read a little bit. Some biographical information, but I'd love to know from you if you have a connection and an affinity to Franz Kafka. Please let me know. And Lucas, hi Barbara. Lucas says an interesting fact about him is that he didn't want his work to be published after his death, but his best friend Max Ward still did. And what do we think about that? What does that mean? That his best friend went against his express desires. Interesting. I really enjoy that there are so many old vintage photos that are so fun to work from. And this is a perfect example. And now I feel drawn down the Kafka rabbit hole, and I want to read some Kafka and wonder about his reluctant literary contribution to the our shared experience, because obviously he's very influential. And I did read that it was posthumously that his influence spread, that during his time there was like a small kind of following that he had. Yeah, interesting. Some people have already worked from this reference on the Discord server, and it's been really cool to see. And if you are one of those people, you could just do another version, a 10-minute version perhaps today. And very exciting news I have to share with you is that tomorrow we're going to be hanging out with Andrew Kadima on the Drawn Together YouTube channel. I hope that you're all subscribed over there. I just sent an email out to my mailing list this afternoon to invite everyone, and it's going to be a 1-hour stream followed by the 1-hour VIP after party where people get to hang out and chat with all of us, and it's going to be very exciting. Yeah, I'm super, super looking forward to it. And I've been, Sabra is here. Good evening, Franz and Sabra. Hi, Cindy. The Metamorphosis, yes. Lucas says he was very self-critical about his writing, but he also wasn't a full-time writer, but was forced into an office job by his father. No, I read about that strained relationship with his father. Yeah, which he had a very bad relationship with. Interesting. Yeah, and I wonder, because it got me thinking, like, to be such an influential writer, like, how does one reluctantly be so influential? And like, it's so interesting. That's why I'm very curious now, and I want to understand more of. Can anyone here tell me what Kafkaesque really means? I've often is it? Yeah, I'll just leave that open. Because I guess the main thing I know is the metamorphosis about the guy who wakes up as a cockroach. And I don't know, just that little bit, there's a kind of dreamish, nightmarish absurdity in that which appeals to me. I like some strange stuff. Yeah, and I now I'm wondering, because like I've heard the word Kafkaesque kind of bandied about, and now I wonder, like, oh, what's that actually mean? Look, Sabra, this is not really umber, but it's a bark pencil, whatever that means. But I chose it because of your live stream. Sabra just did a live stream, and she's going to be exploring different pigments, and I just caught part of it. I'm looking forward to the replay and the entire series. And it's so nice to have you here after your stream. I'm so glad that you're streaming. I'm so glad to know you. I'm so glad that you're all here. So yeah, it's really cool focusing on shadow shapes at the moment. And the way let's say I've been turning away and chatting a bit in between. So I like to refer to German bureaucracy as Kafkaesque because it reminds me so much of his book, The Process. Shannon, hello, thinks that Kafkaesque is like in the trial where he's accused, but he doesn't know what of, and his guilt is presupposed. Ooh. Sabra's son is into Inktense now because I use it, and apparently I'm cooler than you. This is an Inktense pencil. That's interesting. Speaking of reluctant influence, I'm not sure about anyone finding me cooler than their mother, but I'm not sure I could believe that anyone could be cooler than you, Sabra. You're great. I think we share a degree of coolness, but that's cool that he's into Inktense now. It's an interesting medium. Nice to see you in the chat, Shannon. Looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow. And it was great to read from you this morning. So yeah, focusing on just drawing these shapes, like to be like, okay, this is the dark shape, this is the shadow shape. There are these wonderful sculptural forms that just... I'm not going to get too much into the detail of the hair. Like, it's like, here's this big black shape, there's this cool shadow shape over here, shadow shape here, and these shapes... just fun and distinctive. Shannon, I was re-listening to our talk with Andrew Kadima from a year and a half ago, and he was talking about this 5-value thing, and you were really excited and about how like 5 values is kind of what you need if you're gonna have any kind of realism, and yeah, that was really cool. Thinking back on your value explorations in your live streams. I like this, just empty. This could be the Pure Line version. This could be something from last month. My phone is a reluctant piece of technology. I just want to quickly take a photo. It's going to take like a minute for my phone to wake up. Here we go. There we go. Did it. The trial, yeah. Tommy heard rumours that he gave up his music career after coming in last in the European Song Contest. Really? That's an interesting rumour. It's the beard man. You can't compete. Fair enough. I accept that. Yes, it would be nice. It would also be nice. It's also nice to be off social media. Highly recommended. Yes, that's awesome that you're taking some time away at the moment. Very cool. Shanna's been on the 5 value wagon for a long time. Okay, so what do I do now? Oh, horizontal. I'm just going to fill in some of these shadow shapes. So yeah, this is an ink tense pencil. So I hypothetically would be able to caress it with my water brush pen, and it will send out blooms of pigment, which is a really nice way to fill space, to fill values. Okay, that was the 10-minute timer, but I spent a couple minutes not drawing during that 10 minutes. So I'm going to keep going a little bit. All right. That's also interesting. So I would just put some water on here and see what happens. What do I do now? Oh, this is a question I was going to ask everyone. Last time when I did, how do I plan on doing painting streams sometime? Yes. I think next month I'm going to do wet media sketches, so I'll be using watercolor. But I was just about to ask you, because the last time I used oil paint was the last time we spoke to Andrew Kadima. And it was hard. But because I had 2 colors, which I unknowingly didn't realize were actually like the same value. But I was wondering, and I haven't given a lot of thought to it, but I have thought about it a bit. Should I use oil paint tomorrow and paint Andrew? And if so, what colors? And they definitely have to be different values. I can't go in again thinking I know what I'm doing and then just like use 2 colors that are the same value and not understand what I'm doing. That would be unfortunate. I think I need to learn from the past experience and make it so that it's going to make it easier for myself. So I'm not sure if I said to Andrew that the last time I oil painted before painting him, I think, was 6 years before. So now it's like 7.5 years ago, apart from that one time I painted Andrew. So I'm not sure if it's an excellent idea, but it's an idea that I have. I could also do watercolor, but I could also do watercolor, like 2 colors, and that would be more in my wheelhouse, whatever that means. I don't have a wheelhouse. What do people have to say? Bye-bye, Shannon. See you tomorrow. No white then. What if I painted grey scale? Oh, black and white. Yeah, that's 2. Hello from Draper Ut. Been looking forward to an opportunity to draw along with you. So good to have you here, Rick C. Thank you. It's wonderful to have you here. Yeah, so I did fall back on white. Last time I was pretty deep into it, and I was like, I just can't paint this painting. So I did use white, but I was really inspired to just do the, duochromatic approach that Andrew does, because he makes it look so easy. And then he was like, oh, that's going to be hard with those colors. So I'm wondering if I should try it again with oil, or if I should play it safe and use watercolor. But yeah, Lucas, there will be painting streams. There will. Next week, because I've wanted to be able to incorporate more watercolor into my really brief portraits. And this is not a 10-minute portrait anymore. So I think after this month of shadow shapes, I actually switch them. I'm going to do wet media sketching, which could be ink as well. I'm thinking of it as watercolor and ink. I guess it could also be paint, other paints, but I'm thinking of watercolor. Because I would like to, practice just doing some really loose watercolor, like quick. And because usually if I'm going to do watercolor, I feel like it's something I'll settle into for, it's like between an hour and 2 hours. It's like my watercolor time frame. And it'll be interesting to push it into a briefer kind of format. So yeah, that will be coming up. And also long term, I think in addition to these like quick daily streams, I'll definitely be doing more longer pieces as well. I just haven't really figured out when and how yet. Thanks so much for sharing this reference, Lucas. It's really cool. And anyone who's on the Discord server, feel free to share references of yourself or other people that you would like to draw. If they are long deceased, then there's no copyright claims or any concerns, then that's good. Sometimes it's a bit of a blurry grey area. Like there are some people, like social media personalities, for example, where I think they're all over the place, and maybe it's okay to just draw them. But it's nice to be in touch and kind of have their blessing first. But there have been a couple of people that I've painted where I didn't expect that they would see a message if I sent it to them. And we did sketches of them, and then they reposted and they were happy to see it. So that's nice. It's nice to have permission beforehand, and it's very nice to have happiness after the fact if we don't have permission first. But yeah, Franz Kafka is, who knows what he thinks of this. All right. That's pretty much it. Thank you for being here, everyone. I look forward to drawing with you tomorrow. The daily stream tomorrow, I might do it in the morning. I just realized, because it'll be drawn together in the evening. So there will be one live stream on my channel tomorrow. Have I ever tried gouache, Ike? I own some gouache. But I've mostly only used the white gouache on top of watercolor when I need to lighten things up a bit. I haven't really taken it seriously and tried it yet, but I have it, and I may endeavor to do some gouache paintings sometime. Yellow and purple, Sabra. Yes, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, I'll have to see. I could lay out my yellow and purple in different mediums. I got my watercolor here. I could get the oils just in case I'm feeling courageous. Thank you for these drawing hand emojis. If you've made it to the end of this live stream, please put a drawing hand emoji in the chat so that I know that you've made it all the way. And in the live chat, that's amazing. If you're watching the replay and you've made it all the way to the end, then hats off to you for sticking through all the way. Congratulations and thank you very much. I hope that in the description of this, I put the link to the Drawn Together channel, because tomorrow is going to be Drawn Together. It's going to be so good. Thank you, Tommy. I will rest well. I've been tired. Drawing and sketching, being here is always energizing, but now I'm ready to sleep. And I hope I don't wake up as a giant cockroach or a little cockroach, any size cockroach. I have no problem dreaming of them, but I hope to wake up and be ready to paint for Drawn Together tomorrow. Wolverine just popped in late. You can watch the replay and draw along, but you have already drawn Franz. But you can draw him again if you feel like it. Yes, thank you for the sketching hands. And Drawn Together tomorrow. And if you want to join the after party, then check out, I don't have the link here, but there is a Patreon to become a Drawn Together VIP. You'll find that on the Drawn Together Instagram. If you want to join the after party, it's going to be really cool. Not only Andrew will be there as a special guest, but there's going to be plenty of friends there. It's going to be lots of fun. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for the tears of laughter, Lucas, and sharing this inspiration with us today. You're all amazing. I hope you all rest well, and that none of us wake up as cockroaches. See you tomorrow. It's going to be a surprise, probably sometime in the morning. I'll do a quick stream and you'll be able to watch the replay here on my channel. Yeah, it's going to be a surprise time. If I wake up as a cockroach, Shannon will still be showing up for the stream, and maybe someone else could jump in my place. The stream would definitely be taking place. Or maybe I would just live stream as a cockroach and like click, 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 click. I don't know what sounds the cockroaches make. I could like, I make cockroach sounds, and Shannon and Andrew can do a portrait of me.